What is up, everybody? It's Bloodstalker 101, bringing you back with another Xbox One console game. The game here featured is Zheros. This was the Games with Gold for January, the last half of January for Xbox One, released on January 16th. The game actually released back in about a year ago, matter of fact, January 2015. It's presented by the Rimlight Studios, which I've never heard of. I looked them up. Excuse me. They've only got this one game so far. They're based out of Catalina, Italy, in Sicily, near Sicily or whatnot. Or Catania, or whatever. Anyway, they're based in Italy. So, what you've got here is, it's basically just a fighting game. I mean, it's a fun game to an extent. I mean, I've played I think probably spent about an hour playing this game. And, you know, I've jacked with the game settings, hard, low, whatever. And I've settled on medium. I played it on hard, and it's ridiculous what they do to make it between what I've noticed. And this may not be for the whole thing, but basically you don't get as many health packs. The robots or the enemies do more damage to you. So it makes it a challenge. I mean, the best thing I can honestly say about the game is the music. They put a lot of effort into the music to it. It's pretty cool. Got nice little bass drops to it and whatnot. You know, for a free game for Xbox, it's worth getting. It's a small game. It's not like some of the other ones that have come out were huge, like 33 meg games. I think it's only about 5 or 6 gigs, excuse me. So instead of being a 33 gig game, it's only a 6 gig game. So it doesn't take long to download. You get a couple of cheap laughs off of it. You know, it does get frustrating. I got to one point in the game where I couldn't figure out what I was supposed to do. It kept saying hit Y button twice, and I kept hitting the Y button twice, and I'll show you later on in the footage. You'll see it. But I mean, this is just fun to an extent, and I do say to an extent. So, what's Zheros, you ask? Well, it's a pure action fight. It's a sci-fi game set in a galaxy that must be saved. So you got your heroes, your Zheros, excuse me, special agents. You got Mike and you got Captain Dorian. I played as Captain Dorian just because Mike looked like a total tool bag. I mean, he's picking his nose, pulling out a slimy one. So anyway, I played as Captain Dorian. Your enemy, your main opponent or foe in the game is Dr. Vendetta, which you see right there. He almost looks like a freaking vampire. Here's his robot army, and there's Mike. Powerful punch. Don't let the power fool you. He looks like a tool. Then you got Doria. Now this is Captain Doria. She's just baller. I mean, she's quick, fast, does lightning kicks, and you can get a lot of combo action going with her. So you got guns in it. They recharge. I played through the first 2 levels without even using the gun, except at the very beginning of it. You know, just playing around. You know, do you want to download it? I'd say give it a try. It may not be a keeper. It might be something that gets deleted off when you run out of hard drive space. But hey, you know, once you select it, you've got it for whenever, as much time as you want. You can download it again if you delete it, whatever. So, back to what it's about. You can do co-op mode or you can do single player. You got punching, fighting, kicking. Like I said, you got weapons. They call them high-tech weapons. They just look like a machine gun pistol on your arm. You can get some pretty cool combos going in the game. You got your run dash, kind of where you can slide. These are your enemies' screen faces or whatnot. You know, almost every time they introduce a new hero or new villain, excuse me, they introduce a new enemy in it. They have a little cutaway scene and they make them look like idiots. It's kind of funny. But I mean, as you can see in the fighting, I mean, look at that, just bam, 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 just going off. I mean, it's fun in that aspect. If you like a game where you just beat the crap out of stuff, this is a game. I mean, it's fun to do. It's fun to try. I mean, there's tons of games out there you can play, but I mean, this right here, just goofy silliness, just keep going. But like I said, it comes to a point where you get stuck in it like I did, and you start getting mad. You know, no game, whether it be free or paid for, should have stuff that just does not make sense in it, you know? And like I said, when we get up to it, it's just downright frustrating. So, bottom line, it just irritates the crap out of you. So I mean, you go back and forth on what's best to do. When you've got a game that's free, go for it. I mean, honestly, you know, You're not losing anything. I mean, the free games that you get with your gold membership, they're owed to you. I mean, as much money as you pump into new games, and I mean that's the most painful thing I've ever done is buy $59, $69, $64, whatever game. It hurts. That's the wallet. I mean, for me, I'm a grown adult. I've got 2 kids and a family I support. So buying games is not something I get to do much. That's another reason why, in the day and age when my generation originally switched out of PC gaming and moved back to console gaming, now my generation's going back to PC gaming. The evolution of computers and the ability of graphics and things has slowed back down to the point where it's affordable to get back into and still be up to date and still enjoy playing games. And I mean, computer games have gotten, I mean, back the days of going to a store to buy anything are dwindling away. I mean, my first, well, not my first, but my second job was in the music industry. I worked in a music store, and a lot of you probably like, what's a music store? A music store is where you'd go to buy music. You'd buy cassette tapes, you'd buy CDs, you'd buy records, you'd buy whatever. And so the day and age of that is gone. Best Buy came out and just started slowly putting them out of business. Some of them made it through them, some of them didn't. But what really killed the music stores was being able to download the music online. Who wants to buy an album of 12 song album and get like 10 crappy songs or two songs that you wanted to get? Well, you can download the one song if you want. You can download the whole album if you want. So that killed it. Well, now guess what? It did it to music. It's now done it to movies. How many movie rental places do you see? And that wasn't, people didn't just go to movie rental places to rent movies. They rented games. I mean, that was a big thing when I was back in the late 80s, early 90s when I was growing up. Was to go to the play on Friday nights, go pick up a pizza, go stop by the movie place, rent a movie, rent some games, and that was the weekend. That's what you did as a kid. Have some friends spend the night and play Nintendo all night long, play whatever. So I mean, the day and age of that's gone. Video stores are gone. So first you got music stores, now you got video stores, and guess what? Gaming stores are dwindling away too. What's going to keep them? The only thing that's going to keep them going is the fact that there's a lot of people who buy used games, and that's kind of what's going to. But I've noticed, some of the gaming places I go to and buy games from for my console, they're not cheap like they used to be. Their used games are not cheap. I went to buy an Xbox One controller, and when I asked them how much it was, they told me $53. I was like, well, how much is a brand new one? $59 or whatever. Like, why would I save $5 for a used controller that could break easier or break sooner? Why don't I just buy a brand new one? Well, do you want to buy it? I'm like, no, I don't want to buy it. Put it up. So I mean, it's things like that that's happening. So now you got the PC market too. Go look for a PC game anywhere. You're not going to find it. I mean, PC games are online now. You've got places like Steam. You got places like Humble Bundle. You've got all sorts of options, and the manufacturers, even stores, they give it to you where you can buy the game and get a digital copy of it and download it to your computer and play. Steam keeps track of your whole library. Yeah, it eats up some of your extra resources, but it's nice to be able to go to one place, centralized, all your games stay up to date if you choose to. You have a lot more options. Plus, you get a lot. They do good sales. I mean, I think another thing that's changed in the gaming world is early access games, and like talking about Ark when we started playing that. Ark's an early access game that's on console now. We used to never get games early access like that on a console. I remember when games would come out, if there was any bugs or glitches to them before the internet, you were stuck with that game. Then now you've got games that come out, if there's a bug or something wrong with it, they can put a patch out. And as simple as that, it fixes the problem. So, there's a little bit more motivation to put a game out quicker and then fix anything that goes along. Well, now the motivation is, let's get it going. Let's get a core shell of a game out there. Get people to start buying in to help fund it, because there's all these little gaming companies popping up. I mean, like Zheros here, Rimlight Studios. This is the only game they've done so far. I think there's like 7 or 8 employees that work there. I mean, this is a prime example of people saying, hey, I want to make a video game. And that's why I say play it. I mean, you're getting it for free, so try it out. You don't know. I mean, you know, Rimlight could become a big developer. They could die away and never be heard from again. You don't know. So I mean, get on board to begin with and see and check it out. You know, give them that option. But back to gaming and stuff. You know, it's being able to get games for free is fun. I mean, whether you like the game or not, you're gonna play them. I mean, video games are just it's something to do. Games like this though do get frustrating. PC games get frustrating. Everything gets frustrating. But when you don't pay as much as you do, and that's why I go back to the early access games. You're not paying full price for that game. If you do pay an exorbitant amount for early access game, I'd really read the reviews. I mean, don't let the reviews 100% guide you, but pay attention to what they say. If you can't start seeing the same message over and over again, where you're seeing people saying there's no additional development, been no updates in this game for several months, you know, do not get this game. That's pretty good advice to listen to. I mean, I like playing early access games because, number one, I like being on board for them in the beginning, being part of that process. I mean, I loved it when Xbox 360 started doing the beta testing and you could do that. That was really cool and really fun to be part of. So, you know, the fact that they're starting to slowly bring it like that to console, that's kind of exciting to me, because although I did pay $34 for Ark and I bought it on my PC for 19, and believe me, there's a big difference between the PC and the Xbox. I mean, I was kind of pissed about that, and then to find out that I'm going to have to pay more money once the game's fully released on Xbox, that's another thing that I have a bone to pick about. But hey, it is what it is. So, you know, I'm going to wrap this up. Earlier in the video I was talking about, got to a point where it was just frustrating as all get out, and this is it. You see it says hit the Y 2 times. I'm slapping the Y 2 times. It's not doing anything. It's not breaking the dude's shield like it says in the picture. I'm either stupid or I'm just not getting it, and I can believe I'm probably not getting it. It's probably something very simple and easy to do, but I sit here and do this for my whole life. I mean, I sit there and I try to you know, go for time, just rejecting, reflecting his shots back to him, see if I can do it that way. Nothing seems to work. I mean, literally, look, oh, I'm like, ooh, I hit him. Ooh, I hit him. You know. Yep, there we go. Look, did it again. Did it again. No, no. Then I go to the kicking, because I'm like, okay, it says hit Y 2 times. It says 2S. So I'm assuming that means hit it 2 times. And if I am too old to understand current lingo, maybe I don't get the Italian lingo at all, I don't know. But apparently 2 times on the Y button does not do a dang thing. So, you tell me. So, anyway, we're going to be talking about some more games coming out. We're going to do some World of Tanks. You'll see some World of Tanks videos coming out, some footage of that. You're going to see some more Ark. I'll be bringing Ark back. I've kind of hit a little snag in it. I want to do something different other than playing hosted local. I'm trying to find a good server. So, you know, you'll be seeing World of Tanks, Pneumonia, Breath of Life, Thief. You know, twice a month you're going to be seeing a video like this where we're going to highlight the game with gold, the free game. If I can start getting the Xbox 360 ones, I will also highlight those for you guys, let you see what, you know, give you some advice and opinions on those. So it's been real, folks. Hope you have a great night and great weekend, or a great week.